Spencer, are you sure? Are you sure that there's no aluminum shards? This was not my intention. This was not my intention.
Hello and welcome back to the Croak and Crow podcast. I am Spencer Cartier.
And I am Agent 99.
And this,
look it up.
And this here is Frank wearing his Nun Run shirt, running with the nuns. Always. He's a charitable guy, that Frank.
Yeah.
He does what he can. He does what he can. Today is a great day, another snowy day. Are you doing sign language or are you saying what episode it is?
Episode.
Well, I'm going to take this as it is episode 55. Double fives, my favorite combo.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Multiples of 11.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't get enough of it. 55. Nice.
Mm-hmm. February 55. Got a lot of F's.
55.
The good F words.
Those good F words. And we're coming off of the Godparents podcast. Mm-hmm. Hope you guys still have your godparents. Hope you talked to them, called them up and said, hey, I've been thinking we haven't talked enough.
Not everybody still has them.
Not everybody.
Pierce doesn't have his godparents because they were my parents. And they are gone.
R.I.P.
Actually,
the kids
maybe
say.
it's great. His godparents
are actually with God.
Yeah, bird's eye view of him.
I only have earth parents.
Yeah, that's right.
Nothing fun about earth parents. Mm-mm. But today we have a super special topic.
I do have
for you guys.
I have besides the topic. Remember, I used to give out
Advent gifts. Oh my
gifts.
God! The best part of Christmas was the Advent gifts.
No,
I'll make it religious.
The Advent present.
Oh.
Okay.
Is that a gluten-free bagel? So
I don't even. What's going on at this point? It could have been a groundhog gift, but we're too late for that.
February. It's too early for a Valentine's gift.
Just a 55 gift.
A 55 gift.
Okay.
I thought that was a beer for a second.
so did I. I was in the dollar store and I saw this in the fridge and I said, "What am I looking at?"
Oh my God.
Why does it feel? Oh, I did. I wiped it down with a cleansing wipe. You might get some soap.
Is it just water?
It's a Dasani. It's a Dasani in a can. And I hadn't seen it. And I said, let's try it. And what are you doing? What are you doing?
All right, guys, it's time to get lit on today's podcast.
Oh no. He's going to get a stomachache. Oh. Watch the electronics. Oh, it just looks like alcohol. I'm not alcohol. Now I'm saying it. It looks like aluminum could be in.
God.
I think this idea is not working because it's not carbonated.
Croak and Crow and 55
more. Are
you
sure there's Spencer, are you sure? Are you sure that there's no aluminum shards? This was not my intention. This was not my intention. Okay, it's water. It's cleansing, purifying water. Okay.
Now I'm ready to podcast. Woo! There's water all on the divider here.
I see that. Thank God for the divider. How did it taste?
It was actually really refreshing.
Okay.
I'm not going to lie.
And that wasn't even refrigerated.
It was cold. Cans keep it cold.
Cans keep it. I like things in cans.
Yeah.
So, first of all, a lot of people don't like Dasani. I don't know. There's like a thing about it.
You know what? I think there's just a stigma.
Okay.
To me, it all tastes the same. Like, there's some things, but I think it's a stigma just because it's Coca-Cola brand. They feel like, oh, you're drinking a soda company's water.
Right. So that was Dasani in a can. I saw it in the dollar store, and I thought it was alcohol. Obviously, it wasn't. So
we'll see in about 10 minutes.
Yeah, really. So you're always drinking water out of plastic. How did you feel about the can?
It tasted flatter. If that makes sense.
Oh, how funny. Maybe your mind was expecting carbonation from a can.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
Because even energy drinks have a little bit of carbonation.
Yeah, it tasted like definitely like more tap watery out of the can. Who knows though? That was a fun gift. Advent keeps on coming in February.
Yeah. All right. So we'll just do the the topic instead. I don't have any more gifts. And I didn't bring myself one because of my mask. All right. So it'll be a Bible verse today.
Oh, wait. We usually do Bible verse first.
Yeah.
But we switched it up this week.
It's a Bible verse, and it is definitely on my mind. I can just see it in my mind's eye. It's Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. And trust the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding.
You know what? You can just look at it,
Okay.
You have a paper on the floor.
Yeah, it's on the floor. Okay. It's and I didn't even write it correctly, so that's why I'm also having trouble. But
just pick up the paper.
It's a mess. Trust the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will make your paths straight. And the reason I picked it is because it's not written correctly. That's my point.
Well, no, I just want to kind of.
And
get
the other side is not
it.
for the video. It's paper. That's why. It is one of those Bible quotes that they sell for you to post on your wall. But the reason I wanted to talk about it is because I'm always interested in paths. Pathmark. I'm always interested in PATHS. It's in a lot of Bible verses. It's in my favorite Bible verse, which is the 23rd Psalm.
Yes.
He leads you in the paths of righteousness for His name's sake. And the reason I also really wanted to talk about it is because you go on a path every single day.
Every single day.
But there's other points to it besides the path part.
Okay, so what are we talking about first? Talking about paths first?
Whatever you want to do.
We're talking about the paths I go on? I wish I could read the actual
You could
thing.
look. You could look on your phone.
I'm gonna look it
I'm
up.
sorry. I was trying to be sneaky and be like, oh, I know that Bible verse, and I was hiding it at my feet.
Okay. So trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will direct your paths.
Okay.
Okay. I like this. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will direct your paths.
The good thing is,
I don't know what to think about it.
The good thing is, one of those lines is saying, "Don't worry that you don't know. Don't worry that you can't understand it." I think.
Yeah. No, I think I like that, and I think I like it.
Okay.
No, because
I think you like it.
It's a big. It's a lot of sentences, and I'm trying to get it all in. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. So I don't. Oh, I know this. I know this is bad. This is good. This is. Don't do any of that.
Well, it's hard to trust somebody.
But trust in the Lord.
It's hard to trust them when you don't understand why they're telling you to do something. You know?
Yeah.
If someone ran in this room right now and started screaming, run out, run out. We don't understand why they're saying that. We don't think we're in danger. And we don't really want to stop the podcast, run out the door. You know what I'm saying?
But if that person was God.
Or some, it was just a weird example. But I'm just saying, if you don't understand someone's motive, can you trust them? And yeah, I guess for God, he's
yeah, I think so. Otherwise, you might need to pack your bags and find a new religion. And acknowledge Him; He will direct your paths. Yep, I'm gonna go ahead and say I like it.
Okay.
Especially because people get caught up so much in their own understanding. There's another Bible verse, and it's my favorite. It's Jeremiah 9:23, and it's the one that goes, and thus says the Lord, do not let the wise boast in their wisdom, do not let the mighty boast in their might, do not let the wealthy boast in their wealth, but let those who boast in this, that they understand and know me, that I am the Lord. I act with steadfast love, justice, and righteousness in all things, whatever. But like the first thing is not let the wise boast in their wisdom, and
oh right, that's not worth much, and
that's their own understanding. And I feel like there's a lot of know-it-alls, especially when it comes to religion, and it's not about that. It's don't put your own understanding. It's not about your own understanding. It's about trust in the Lord and let Him put your path where it goes.
Right.
Don't rock the boat and say, oh, I need to go here because that's what I'm supposed to do. It's like, don't know. No, God will put you on your path. I think.
It's very hard for people to trust, to put that aside, I don't know how this, I don't know about this thing.
Yeah.
Or we're saying people who don't know. How about the people who think they know? So it's so hard for them.
Why I'm reading it and I'm like, it's so hard is because it's trust the Lord in all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. It's like, how do I know what's my understanding and what's just my faith in the Lord? Like, what am I being called to action by, and am I?
I guess when you start feeling that you're the one that's in control, you're the one that needs to.
But do people ever start feeling that, or they always justify the fact with, oh no, this is what God wants me to do. I understand that. I understand Him. Do we do nothing? Should we literally just lay in bed all day and say, it's got me a little confused. I'm not going to lie to you.
You went from liking it to being confused. All right, let's come back to the first part, which is...
Should we break it down into segments?
Break it down.
Break it down. All right, let's go into segments. But trust in the Lord.
No, because you're having so much trouble with the first part. Maybe we should just move on, because I literally like the very last part, which is paths.
Okay, we'll skip the first part. It's fine. I won't figure it all out right now.
We'll put a pin in it, as they say.
Acknowledge Him, and He will direct your paths. But how do we know that the paths then aren't by our own understanding? Because
you read the Bible. Like we always say, when people say, when people do have, exhibit behavior, and we've said it a million times on this podcast, put aside if you think that person deserved it or that person was wronged or would Jesus do it? And we go back to it and it's kind of like, yeah, WWJD.
Yeah.
But would Jesus do it? Jesus is God.
Mm-hmm.
So lean not on your own understanding. If you think that person needs to be punished, needs to be paid back, if it's going against what Jesus taught, what Jesus, the rules that He revamped in the New Testament. Did you know that Jewish people don't like when you call the Old Testament?
The Old Testament?
Yeah, because you're saying that there's a New Testament.
I just saw a meme and it's like, aren't they both Old Testaments at this point?
True. Right. So.
But isn't the Old Testament and the Torah slightly different? Like, don't they have like a few other writings?
Yeah, they have a lot of books.
Yeah, I don't know.
The Talmud. Yeah, so lean not on your own understanding, your own justification. You can always think of a parent-child as God, us.
Yeah.
And when a parent tells a child, I'm talking child, not an adult child, but not to do something, and the child is trying to debate it with the parent, and it's like, do what I said,
Okay. But it doesn't, can that still get muddied up? Like, there can be two different people who are following that and I think do something different.
Well,
the problem with it is people, like, I always say, I just think about, just do what Jesus would do. Like, you read the Bible, but what came at me and what I started to learn is people make all kinds of justifications of no, actually, I don't think that they would do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then it turns into I thought it was so simple. I thought Jesus practiced love and loving everybody. And then they're like, oh, well, no, actually, you'll see here. And it's like, oh, okay, so we all have a different idea of what He would do.
Well, we don't, we
Sorry to be negative about it.
It's good because we speak for people who are watching. And people, we're not spoon feeding. They're not in high chairs. And we're not like, this is what you're going to believe.
You're not those babies getting baptized and godparents.
We are
You're
all
adults.
Working it. Usually it takes us till the end of the podcast to think what we thought.
All right.
So again, we're all learning together. This is our 55th podcast. And what we've come from being divinely inspired to start the podcast. And we've had more than 55 videos because of our playlists about the van and the Christian memes. So anyway, what's been happening after all these, it's probably over 60 videos. God is love.
Yeah.
I think not long ago you said to me, God is, and I was like, good. Yeah, great.
Because what is God? God is
Great.
God is love. Yeah.
God is love.
God is love. Love. That's how you spell it.
God is love.
Yes, ma'am.
So everything needs to be love.
Love.
So if you're doing something and forget.
But what I found out is people even justify that. Would you believe it? I'm telling you, I'm spending I'm too much time on the wrong side of the Christian tracks, and I'm just hearing the negativity. And literally, these people, they're saying, because I love this person doesn't mean that I cannot. Like, I love him and I want him to go to heaven, so therefore I'm going to show up outside of his house with pitchforks and torches because I love you. And it's like, what? That's what I say. I say, what?
Okay, I want to tell you something. If you look at our Instagram, Croak and Crow, everything we have is just Croak and Crow. The very first post we ever posted, it has the Bible verse, let those who have ears hear. Okay? And part of what you have to let go, I think, is worrying about, or not worrying, but being aggravated, or just it being, a stone in your shoe. These spiritual people who are not acting with love. Okay. I don't want to say it's not for everybody, because it is for everybody. And that's why, like you said yesterday, that's why we do it.
Yeah.
Because we are so happy about it and we want to spread it. But let those who have ears hear. So the people who you're like, what? That's because they don't have ears at this time.
They're like Patrick Star.
Okay. It always comes back to Patrick Star.
No, it comes back to SpongeBob.
Yeah, it's a SpongeBob. At this time, they're not in any, there's so many parables about it, right? Like, here's my coin. What are you going to do with it? There's some people who are chuck it out the window, that's them. So what we are doing, and we have their language. What we're doing is we're saying something.
And somebody's like, I'm preaching to somebody.
We're saying something to 100 people.
I'm preaching to somebody.
Exactly.
No, I'm preaching to somebody. I'm preaching to somebody.
I'm preaching to somebody. So somebody is getting what we're on the same page.
All right, I'm back. I was down in the dumps. I was over.
Don't be on the down. It's not their time.
I was ready to give a big old nope to the Bible verse.
No, it's not their time.
I'm back. You thought you could get me?
It's not their time.
You fools.
And it's I don't want to say pearls before swine, because that's mean. But but it's not for them to hear, for them to understand.
Okay.
And I take it more as,
dig it.
Lean not on your own understanding. I feel that faith is lost when you don't understand. And I find that people who prey upon believers, there are people who prey upon believers,
mm-hmm.
and they stick their foot in the door by trying to make them, oh, how would that work? How would you prove that? How would you prove that? I think that's where the verse would come in. Lean not on your own, because the person's like, I actually don't know. You don't need to know. You don't need to know. This is a brain. All our brains are different. Some people are geniuses. Some people aren't. Some people are geniuses. I don't know where I'm going. Am I somewhere? Am I somewhere?
I think I got ears because I'm here.
Okay.
I'm hearing what you're saying.
Okay.
Frank's got some ears, and
Frank's
he can
a good
hear.
listener. That's for sure.
Yeah, he's a really good listener. Okay, now I have a new wave of confidence. I'm ready to go back into this and understand it.
Okay.
Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. In all ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your paths. And I got it. Who
doesn't want their paths directed?
Who doesn't?
I know. I said it maybe in double negative.
Not want my paths directed.
When people have a baby, they go, oh, there's no guidebook. Well, there's no guidebook for anything. We all want to know, how do you do it?
Yeah, no, I like it. What it's saying, I'll tell you what it's saying, because now I know my ears are open. It's saying don't think too much. You're overthinking it.
I've been, yeah.
You're overthinking it.
I've been known to overthink.
Do you trust God? Do you acknowledge him in everything you do? Then don't worry about your own but how it doesn't make sense.
Amen.
So he sounds like a big old baby, bumbling baby. Acknowledging him, and your paths will be set before you. It's that easy. It's simple.
Yeah.
It's so simple. We make it so hard.
Yeah.
So simple. It's like, okay, well, maybe I should go. No, sit down, relax, acknowledge God. Your paths will come before you, and just in all of that, be mindful of him, and you will go the right direction. It's that easy. As soon as you start being like, oh, maybe I should do something here, that's when you misstep, and that's when you fall down the mountain on your path.
Right.
Don't fall down mountains.
Don't fall down mountains. You climb up mountains. You climb down.
I don't climb down. I just keep going up.
But every day you're on a path.
Every day I'm on a path.
Is it a straight path?
It is. It's a windy path. It's pretty straight. Like, imagine like a highway. Like there's turns, but it'll never be hard enough.
Okay. And is it paved?
It's graveled.
It's graveled, so it's comfortable.
It's a comfortable path.
And you just walk on it relaxed because you don't have to know intersections or red lights or...
No, I'm at peace on my path.
Peaceful path every day.
It's a peaceful path because my trust is in that path.
Right.
And that it's not changing. I don't go off course because I'm like, I might get lost.
Right.
With my own wisdom, or what is it?
Your own understanding.
My own understanding?
Yeah, like what if you just took a left? Is there bushes? I don't even know.
There's a creek.
Okay, so you're just like, I'll just do this because I don't know what's up ahead.
Yeah,
this nice paved path.
Yeah. It seems like it's good to go straight, but I'm going to go this way, and then I'm waist deep in a creek.
Right.
And that's what happens. You just don't notice it as much.
Yeah. So the path, a straight path. So he's offering us a straight path. Did he say? Or your path will be easy. Or everybody says he's on the straight and narrow. Everyone uses a nice flat.
Just him and he will direct your paths. I will acknowledge him and he will direct your paths.
So everyone likes a nice, comfortable path, like you said. You know, you're not going to turn an ankle.
I like a rocky mountain.
Well, that's what I was just going to say. But you like a rocky mountain. So what is this? Just different times?
No, see, I think you're thinking of it like, oh, he will put you on the straight path. He will direct your paths. You can take the rocky road, and you know, if you put your faith in him going up that, he's like well, what are these people that we talked about on the other podcast that they go up Everest?
Oh, the Sherpas? That's
what he is. Mm-hmm. It's life is Mount Everest, and God is the greatest Sherpa.
Oh.
And do you want to go up Everest alone? Do you use your own understanding? Oh, well, that path looks like the easier way, and the Sherpa's like, I wouldn't go that way.
I definitely wouldn't go.
Are you going to trust your own understanding? But no, I see. I can walk up that. And he's like, the Sherpa's like, I can't make you follow me, but this is the way I'd go. If you understood me, if you knew me, this is the way I would go. That's what it is. So it's any path.
Right.
Follow the leader.
Now, I always play devil's advocate just for sake of...
Fun.
No, for sake of conversation.
Yeah.
And you said, was it yesterday that you said, yeah, I think you were talking about the Christian memes and you were like, Christianity can be fun.
Yeah.
We also said it on New Year's Eve. But to be...
Anytime I say that, I feel like I'm at like a youth group. Hey, kids.
I know.
Christianity can be fun.
I know.
I'm getting spitballs at me.
Pin the tail on the devil. Would that be... that would probably not be appropriate, I guess. No. Okay. But I'm playing devil's advocate and I'm saying, from their point of view, a non-believer of any religion, because we never forget all the people of other faiths that watch us, that they think it's boring. Like, you're such a sheep, you know? You're on a flat path straight through. Like, I want excitement. I want, you know, what would you say to them?
Well, I would go back to what I was saying. I mean, I don't think you should look at a life path as a smooth and gentle ride. I think a big purpose of having God in your life and stuff is because it's going to be a rocky mountain sometimes, and you're going to want that Sherpa. And it's not, I don't think you can meet really one Christian who's like, yeah, wow, I had faith in the Lord and my life went swimmingly. Nothing ever bad happened.
Right.
It's not like that. It is huge ups and downs. It's just having that support and faith system built in that makes you be able to deal with things better.
Okay. Tell me this.
Riddle me this. Are there toll booths on this path? Like right before the verse says, I will show you the path, it says, acknowledge me. So is that the toll? And like, you gotta pay the troll toll.
Yeah. Do you have to pay the toll to go on this path? Who can go on this path? Or is the path like not a real path, is only revealed to you when you act a certain way?
The path is life.
Okay.
Right? The path is like, he will direct he'll direct, like I said, so you're climbing the mountain and that's life. And then the path, you can take a million paths, but he's going to push you on the path that will get you to the top of the mountain. So trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. So, yeah, I mean, here's my thing, and I might get flack for it, I always do it, where it's like, I think it's not so much of you need to pay the toll of like, you know, a lot of Christians say, first thing you need to do is Jesus Christ. Everyone else, enjoy, you know, what's the bottom of St. Everest? What's the bottom of Mount Everest called? I don't know.
Base camp?
Yeah, enjoy base camp because you're not coming on this path. I think so. Like, this is my personal belief. What we said, God is love, and you know, Jesus is love, and all the other ideas and so even when people aren't saying, I acknowledge Jesus Christ, but I love my neighbor, I do this, it's like they are followers of Jesus. And they don't have to, like, they say, you know, I'm not going to walk up and say, you are a follower of Jesus. And it's like, yeah, get away from me. But it's like, my belief is the reason why I say these people can go to heaven is because he wasn't, to me, saying, I'm your God. He was saying, follow me, which is follow the way of love, the way of understanding, the way of wisdom. And anyone who does that is indirectly following Jesus.
Got you.
Following God. And so
that is right.
That's what you're choosing to have your paths.
You're all coming together in love, regardless of who built the highway or...
I think there's so many trivial things on earth that, you know, when people say you can't fathom heaven, you can't understand, it's beyond your wild. Think of that now. So that's the thing. Now think of it inversely opposite. That means that, you know, angels and God can very much understand earth.
Yes.
Everything that happens. Like, so for the biggest things, they're a different religion, even to some crimes. Like, they are seeing it like little children in a kid's pen. Right. And the drama that's ensuing there. And the parent, you're the children. And so we make such a big deal of like, no, you're going to hell. And it's like, we can't fathom them. You think that they are like, you're right. You've got it all figured out there, Johnny. None of us have it figured out.
I had a dream once, very vivid. Who knows? Maybe in the old days they'd call it a vision, but it was, you know, I'll say a dream. And it was angels. It was myself talking to angels, and the angels. I was listing all my worries, and my complaints, and my concerns, and my fears, and everything that was so tragic to my life. And I don't want to say they were bored because that makes them sound mean. But through this dream, I saw how we know. And also, it's so universal. And it's so always. Yeah. And it's so earthly. And it's so going to fade away. And it's okay. It's not the end of the world. And it's not anything... Even though each one, you know, it has its, you know, importance level and its, you know, urgency to it. When you're talking spiritually, they've seen it all. And yeah, like you said, it's like a child coming to you and crying over a broken toy or something. It's like, it's going to be okay. And it's the very least of your concerns.
And so that's what I think. I think, if you choose love and you don't let your rationale of like, okay, but this is wrong. I think if you pick love every time, that's when God will guide you on the correct path, and that's what it's all about. That's the name of the game around here.
Yeah. Did we cover the top piece? Because now I lost track.
Yeah, well, that's what we just covered.
Okay, so we went up like that.
Understand God.
Okay, so again, I will play the confused non-believer. I want to go on the path. I want to follow the path. I'm on board. And even though I am, have you ever been in a dream, speaking of dreams, and you want to run and you can't?
Yeah.
You want to hit and you can't. You want to open your eyes or whatever. I want to be on the path, but it's pitch black to me. Like, I don't see it as an illuminated, with torch lights, or I don't see it in broad daylight. It's like, I'm afraid, and it is black, but I know I want to go there.
Then, I mean, for that person, that confused believer, that this Bible verse is for you. Like, okay. Nobody can see the path, and that's the point. As soon as you start being like, where's basically I'm walking on my path, and God gives me a blindfold and says, "Trust in me, and keep walking." Okay, we're all together. Yeah, and so you're not going to see the turns. It's faith, and I believe in God. I trust God. He put the blindfold on me. I'm going to keep walking, and as soon as you do use your own understanding, I'll tell you a verse that represents this, but it's not a path. And Peter, when God was on the water, and he said, "Come out and have faith in me," and he did. He took a step, and what happened? He let his own understanding. It's the exact same thing.
This can't be happening. Yeah.
Wait, I'm standing on water, and what happens? Dude goes under.
Right.
It's that kind of. But I didn't. Just gotta have faith.
Oh, well, that's great. Yeah, I think that even myself included, I've been guilty for real, not just my alter ego, of thinking that other people, especially very spiritual people of any religion, really, like I said a second ago, they don't have that fear and they have clarity. Mm-hmm. And it's like rose petals forward and never a doubt, But to think that everyone is blindfolded, but some are just choosing to walk forward anyway, is comforting.
It's a trust fall. Some people are not going to be able to do the trust fall because they jerk at the last minute, but some people are good at it.
Yeah.
Some people they'll trust anyone.
Well, I guess practice,
yeah.
Just keep practicing.
Just keep practicing. You're bound to get it one day.
Practice makes progress.
Perfect practice makes perfect. But I think we've hammered home this point, but obviously we had a lot of thoughts on this specific topic. So if you have a thought of your own, leave it down in the comments and let us know what you think about this Bible verse. But
we're all on the path together.
Even if we can't see each other. Yeah. We'll be back tomorrow with a super special podcast. Frank will be there. He never wants to miss a podcast. Yeah. Anything?
No, not that I can. It's all covered.
Peace.
Okay, what the heck was that?